I can't believe that I'm having to make this video. Over the past few weeks, my friends have encouraged me to speak out about my experience with Callum's Corner, or as he's better known, Sanjay Adams. I leave you with a slight disclaimer. This is a graphic story with raw emotion and wild occurrences. In fact, despite my negative experience with Sanjay, I do not believe he needs to be cancelled. Instead, I believe he needs help and rehabilitation. Anyway, you're here for my story, my experience, and that's exactly what you'll get. It all started when I was kindly asked by my family to pick up a loaf of Warburton's wholemeal granary bread from the local one stop. I thought I'd hit two birds with one stone, so I got my lead, my treats, my poo bag, and I took my granny on a walk. We made it to the shop in a brisk 10 minutes and bought the loaf and a packet of custard creams for my granny. All was going swimmingly. After paying, we left and headed straight home. Now, maybe 2 minutes into our journey home, something crazy happened. Sanjay Adams came flying through the air, out of nowhere, drop kicking my granny into oncoming traffic. Luckily, she's hard as nails and firmed the traffic. By the time I turned back, Sanjay was halfway down the street, so I decided to pursue him. Now, he's a slippery suspect, but I managed to keep him in my sights. I noticed him slip into an alleyway, so I hesitantly followed. As I turned the corner, I saw him, curled into a ball, sobbing, holding a singular custard cream. It was at this moment I remembered something. I'd heard him sobbing before, back in the shop whilst I was paying. I'd heard him crying down the biscuit aisle, and it was at this moment that everything clicked. See, my granny had taken the last packet of custard creams, and clearly Sanjay was not happy with this, so he decided to steal them back. Now, he obviously didn't realise his own strength, and when she went flying into oncoming traffic, so did her custard creams, and all that was left was crumbs. So I'm now standing over a 5'8", bald Sanjay Adams, crying into a custard cream with piss all over his shorts. I believe there were kids at the other end of the street yelling, "Shit himself, Sanjay," and it was really here where my emotion turned from rage to sadness. I used my Warburton's wholemeal granary loaf to ward away the hooligans and help Sanjay to his feet. However, he did drop kick my nan, so I decided to kick in his shins and leave him in the dark alleyway. It felt like a long walk home, just me and my thoughts, thinking about the events that had just transpired, wondering who really was to blame. That's where we find ourselves now. I wasn't going to say anything, but my friends have encouraged me to speak up, and therefore I ask you to not witch hunt him. He's been through a lot. Instead, help his rehabilitation by sending him as many copies of Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip, as you physically can. His address is... I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this video and understanding my experience. If you could please like and subscribe, it would make my situation so much better. And if you really want a diss track on Sanjay, I need a solid 20 likes. I know it's only been a short one, but I would like to end the video with a montage, remembering little Sanjay Adams.
A kind of standing spoon, which is like the ideal situation, because not only is she sexually longing for you, it's also going to be quite a kind of a sex wrestle boom boom, which is one of the best things. Right, that is how to defend against a woman. Push themselves up against you, right? You want to invoke my spinning elbow. So they're coming at you, trying to wrap around you, their head is going to be defensive, so you spin around, bam! Straight like that. So they're coming at you, their arms are going to try and wrap around you, just spin around, boom! Like that, right? You'll notice how they be downwards. That's because of my exceptional height. I need to go downwards because they're going to be smaller than me. In your slightly weaker hand, only slightly weaker for me, you take the frame of the chair. And what you want to do with these assailants who are coming at you is almost treat this like a kind of a lion tamer. So you're going to be jabbing it. You've got a lot more control over a jab. It's da, 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 straight in their faces. I would be chucking it at the next assailant to take them out of the equation and just bam. They're probably going to be shouting at you when they come. Don't waste your breath with shouting. Noise is for amateurs. Just total concentration. It will freak them out, your silence as well. So here they come. They're coming at you. Blah, 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 blah. You just move in there and just bam! I don't know where the camera caught that. Let's do that one more time just so you can see it. So they've run at me. Well, now I've just met it with a bam! Straight into their head.
I'ma pull up with a sickle. Hit you 5 times, that's a nickel. Yeah.